Okay, let's start.
The share is live in person?
Where? Live and in person, yeah. But I told him I'm going to be a little late the first couple days till next week. Yeah. It's only been a year since he's trying to get me to do this shit. I don't know why. This morning I had like a her tshuva, and I said, okay, we'll try it. Yeah.
That tshuva always gets in the way.
Yeah. The Jewish guilt. It's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kelim P9 Mishnah Beis. Just relax. Okay. P9 Mishnah Beis. Yeah. Chaves Shimalei. This is a very interesting Mishnah. If you have, so we're talking about like we've been talking about earthenware. Right. So Chaves Shimalei, and so something that gets sealed inside the earthenware is meaning we said in the last Mishnah that metal that's hidden inside earthenware, even though normally it's supposed to protect it, but metal it doesn't protect. So now the Mishnah tells us the background of this. So if you have a barrel, an earthenware barrel that's full of tahar liquids, and it has a menekes, is the what do you call it? The not the spittle, the thing that you could pull out. We had in Avodah Zarah with the spout. There's like a spout that's stuck inside the barrel. Mukefes tzamid psil, but it's surrounded and sealed all around. Unasuna ba'el ames, and it's put this whole barrel. Again, it's got a barrel with tahar wine in it. The barrel's totally sealed, but it has like a metal spout sticking into it, and it's put in the oil mace. So now, normally, that earthenware should protect the spout from becoming tameh because it's inside a sealed barrel. So B'Shamay Yomrim Hachavis VaMashkin Tahirin says the barrel itself and the liquid that's in there are tar because it's blocked. It's being blocked. But Meinekes Tameya, but the spout that's stuck in there because it's metal is tameh. Now, why is it tameh? So I don't know if anybody has the Rav there, but there's a long Rav, extremely long Rav, that basically explains that it's, according to Beishamai, it's a gezerah. Because the way it goes basically is that you had chaverim who ate betahara, and you had amaratzim who ate betuma. So the chaverim can never eat by the amaratzim because the amaratzim didn't keep tahara, right? But bottom line is, but he had to hang out with amaratzim. He couldn't live. He didn't live in a hut. So the shaila is, would he be able to trust the amoritz? Right? And sometimes he had to borrow. So he would never use kli cheres because there's no way to make matar kli cheres. Sometimes he would borrow kelim that were not kli cheres, and he would bring them to the mikvah, which is tonight's stuff, right? Well, similar to tonight's stuff. Yeah. So the question is, though, sometimes his kelim will become tamei mace. So then he would, how does he know how it became tamei? He's samech on the amoritz, right? And whatever the amoritz says, that he's gonna have to listen to. But there's one place with a tumas mace where the chaver is not going to be able to be samech on the amoritz, and that's when there's things that are stuck inside an earthenware kli. Because the amoritz is going to say everything's Torah because he learned the Mishnah. See, back then, amoritz. Back then, an amoritz is not what we look at an amoritz. We call an amoritz somebody who just doesn't know anything. Back then, the amoritzim knew things; they just didn't care, right? So this guy was going to say, "Oh, it was sealed in a barrel; it's no problem." Right? But that only works. That's only if the kli itself, the earthenware kli, is tar. But if the earthenware kli is tamei, then it doesn't block. So now we can't really be samech on amar. It's okay. We'll go v'chulu. So Beis Shammai was concerned with this whole thing. So therefore, he said that anything metal that's found inside, you can't trust. That was Beis Shammai. Beis Hillel Imrim af manekes tahirim. Beis Hillel disagree with this, and they said you don't have to be worried about such a thing. right? But Chazar Beis Hillel Lars Beis Shammai. But Beis Hillel changed. This is the interesting part. Beis Hillel changed their mind like Beis Shammai, because when Beis Hillel heard Beis Shammai's reasoning, then they said, "Oh, you're right, and we're going to make that gezerah." Right? Meaning initially Beis Hillel never thought to make this gezerah. So before they heard it, before they heard Beis Shammai's reason, they disagreed. But once they heard Beis Shammai's reasons, and then Beis Hillel came around and they agreed. Okay, Mishnah Gimel. Hasheret shenimtza lamata minuchashtois. You know what? Let's stop over there because it's a little late already. Let's see Rambam Hilchas Tshuva. Those that weren't here yesterday, that's what we decided to replace the Sharet Tshuva till after Yom Kippur or Sukkot, just to do the Rambam. It's in Mada. Naftali, if you're already not paying attention, can you bring me a drink? Thank you.
What's the goal? It's Mada, changing the name, listening to every word.
Mada, it's Hilchos Tshuva, Perak Aleph, Mishnah Beis, and Perak Aleph, Halacha Beis. So we said yesterday that there's a mitzvah asay in the Torah to do tshuva. So in Beis is Sira Mishtaleach. So the Sira Mishtaleach, Lefishu Kapara al Kol Yisrael, since it is a kapara for all of Klal Yisrael, Kohen Gadol Misvada Olav, Al Lashon Klal Yisrael. It's the Kohen Gadol's Misvada on it for everybody. Shenemar Visvada Olav es Kol Avonos Bnei Yisrael. Right, Sira Mishtaleach. Mechaper al kol avera shebetoira, and the Sira Mishtaleach is also mechaper on all averas it says in the Torah, hakalas v'chamuras, whether they're the easy averas or they're the chamer averas, bein she'avar b'zad and bein she'avar b'shkaga, whether they did it on purpose or whether it was done b'shagi, bein she'haydaloi, bein she'loi haydaloi, whether you knew about it, whether you didn't know about it. Hakol mischaper b'Sira Mishtaleach. Everything gets there's a kapara with Sira Mishtaleach. But who she'asa tshuva, but you have to do tshuva. If you don't do tshuva, you're not going to have the kapara. It only is mechaper on the easy mitzvahs. So what? How do you know what the difference is between kalas and chamuras? Chamuras hein shechayav aleim misas pez and ikoras. Chamuras are the averas that if you over on them, you get misas pez and ikoras. Ushvu shav v'sheker. And Shvuas Shav and the Sheker, we're actually going to all see this starting in Hurrius on Wednesday. Shvuas Shav and Sheker, Afal Pisha Ein Behen Koros, Harein Minachamuras. Those are all lying and swearing for no reason is also considered a Chomer Avera, even though it's not Koros or Misa. Shar mitzvahs mitzvahs to say Shein Behen Koros Hema Kalos. Any other mitzvahs are considered the light mitzvahs. Right, so that's what the Sira Mishtaleach was for, which is interesting. That means if you didn't do, according to the Rambam, if you did not do tshuva, it's an automatic on the averas that are not chomer, which is the majority of averas in the Torah. Right, let's just do one more. B'zman hazeh she'ein beis hamikdash kayim, ve'en lanu mizbeach, and we don't have b'zman hazeh. We have a beis hamikdash, and we don't have a mizbeach. Kapara. So ein sham ella tshuva. So then. There is only thing we have is tshuva. Tshuva mechaperes al kol averos, and tshuva works for all averos. Afilu rasha kol yomav, even if he's a rasha all his days. V'asa tshuva ba'achrayna, and he does tshuva at the end. Ein maskirun lo shum davar mirishoy. We don't mention anything from his rishas. Shenemar rishas harasha leikoshoba b'yom shuva mirishoy. The bad things that a rasha does will not cause him to trip up on the day he does tshuva. And the actual day of Yom Kippur does tshuva for those that do tshuva, that accomplishes the tshuva. For those that do tshuva, because that day you will have a kapara. Fine, we'll stop there, and then he'll continue with saying it's not so simple that Yom Kippur is just mechaper on everything.